Georges Lefebvre was a French historian, best known for his work on the French Revolution and peasant life. He coined the term "history from below," which was later popularized by the British Marxist historians, and the phrase "the death certificate of the old order" to describe the Great Fear of 1789. Among his most significant works was the 1924 book Les Paysans du Nord pendant la Révolution Française, which was the result of 20 years of research into the role of the peasantry during the revolutionary period. Personal background: Lefebvre was born in Lille to a family of modest means. He attended public school, obtaining his secondary and university training with the help of scholarships. Lefebvre attended the University of Lille, and it was here that he followed the special curriculum, which emphasized modern languages, mathematics, and economics instead of the classical languages. It was as a result of his schooling that Georges Lefebvre was able to teach in a series of secondary schools for more than 20 years after his graduation in 1898. After his career in teaching secondary school students, Lefebvre began teaching at the university level. He became more and more influenced by Marxism about the time of the Second World War. Lefebvre was influenced by the Marxist idea that history should be concerned with economic structures and class relations. He died in Paris in 1959. The French Revolution. Lefebvre began writing in 1904, but it was not until 1924, at the age of 50, that he was finally at the point in his career, no longer preoccupied with supporting his family, that he was able to finish his doctoral thesis, Les Paysans du Nord pendant la Révolution Française. This work was a detailed and thorough examination of the effects of the French Revolution on the countryside. Lefebvre's work on this thesis was based on a thorough analysis of thousands of tax rolls, notarial records, and the registers of rural municipalities, whose materials he used to trace the effects of the abolition of feudalism and ecclesiastical tithes, the consequences of property transfers, the movement of the bourgeoisie onto the countryside, and the destruction of collective rights in the peasants' villages. He often wrote from a viewpoint which he felt the peasant of the time would have held. Fellow historians tend to examine the last 35 years of Lefebvre's writings. This period is chosen because it is when he wrote his most influential and much more complex interpretation of the revolution than had hitherto prevailed amongst historians. Peter Jones elaborates that Lefebvre's take on the revolution has three major emphases: the idea that the countryside peasantry actively participated in the revolution, the idea that this participation was not significantly influenced by the bourgeoisie, and the idea that the peasants largely agreed on an anti-capitalist way of thinking in the 1790s. Accomplishments. Lefebvre's account of the origins of the French Revolution was written in 1981, and published in 1939 to mark the sesquicentennial of the events of 1789. But the Vichy government that took over the following year wanted no left-wing history or sympathetic understanding of the revolution, as they drew the support from the anti-republican right. The Vichy regime suppressed the book, ordering 8,000 copies to be burned. As a result, the work was virtually unknown in its native land until it was reprinted in 1970. Its reputation was already secure in the English-speaking world. However, since the English translation, The Coming of the French Revolution had established it as a clear, yet subtle, classic. It remains the definitive explanation of the Marxist interpretation of the causes of the revolution. His seminal work, La Révolution Française, was translated into English as 2 volumes: The French Revolution from its origins to 1793 and The French Revolution from 1793 to 1799. He also wrote a highly regarded study of Napoleon, a doctoral dissertation by Lawrence Davis, entitled Georges Lefebvre, Historian and Public Intellectual, 1928–1959, as the title suggests, concentrates on the latter part of Lefebvre's life and on the scholarly publications that made Lefebvre a noteworthy historian. Davis expands on the concept of mentalité that Lefebvre developed, arguing that this is a term that represented the collective goal of documenting the material and mental worlds of people of the past, where the social and cultural existed comfortably side by side. Throughout the work, Davis stressed the notion that Lefebvre used this concept of mentalité of the peasantry to explain the revolution. Recognition. In 1935, Georges Lefebvre became the president of the Société des études robespierristes and the director of the Annales historiques de la Révolution française. In 1937, Lefebvre was named the chair of the history of the French Revolution at the Sorbonne. By 1914 he had already published a collection of documents, entitled Documents relatifs à l'histoire des subsistances dans le district de Bourges pendant la Révolution. Lefebvre continued to engrave all that he could on the French Revolution and all that dealt with it, well into his old age and beyond his retirement from the position of chair at the Sorbonne in 1945. Georges Lefebvre died in Boulogne-Billancourt on August 28, 1959. Selected works: 99, Napoléon, La Révolution française, La Révolution française.